Hello and welcome to today's video. I wasn't going to do one today as we only have a couple news stories, but guess what? They're pretty good stories, so I was able to get a special guest to make it worthwhile. Today we'll be talking about HEP Progressive Suzuki's Ken Roczen and him announcing that he will be racing at High Point National. Then we'll look at the awesome privateer Ty Masterpool and what he had to say regarding his incredible Thunder Valley performance and his privateer situation. Before we get into that, I'd first like to remind you guys that you can support me directly by buying one of my magazines on the mxnetwork.com. Right now, the ones that are available are the last Supercross one regarding Max Anstey and his journey to his first victory, and then the Fox Raceway National Edition starring Jet Lawrence. I put a lot of work into these, so I thank everyone who bought one. It means the world to me. Anyway, before we get into the news, we have today's special guest, privateer rider named Jeremy Hand. For today's special guest, we have a privateer rider named Jeremy Hand. Hey, Jeremy. It's awesome to have you on today. So you run your own program and you actually just got out of work, right? Tell my viewers about yourself.
Yep, run my own program, pretty much do everything by myself with the help of some people. But yeah, just got off work, heading home, about to get the bikes ready for the weekend.
It's insane. This sport's kind of brutal that way. I mean, but you're a hard worker, so.
Yep, got to get it done somehow.
Yeah. So, before we get into your pro motocross debut for the year, let's talk about how Supercross went for you. You obviously had some ups and downs, switching bikes, but give us your thoughts on the 2023 Supercross season.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, I really didn't know what to expect starting out. I kind of just took everything on myself and built my own program for the year, and I ended up making every 250 main besides one, and then I raced the 450 at New Jersey and made that too. So I'm pretty stoked on how it went.
Yeah, you definitely looked awesome. So you missed the first couple rounds of pro motocross. Oh, was the reason for that money, or was it a last-minute decision to actually race pro motocross?
Yeah, I didn't really plan on racing too many of them to begin with, but I always wanted to go out to Colorado, so last minute made the decision to go out there, and then probably hit most of them from here on out.
Oh, it was definitely a smart decision because you showed your speed this weekend. So let's talk about Thunder Valley. You qualified extremely good, 10th in Moto 1, or 10th in qualifying, and then in Moto 1, you actually got caught up in the start, right?
Yeah, I didn't crash, but I just got caught up on Masterpool's bike. Really didn't have nowhere to go. But, yeah, I mean, I caught back up to, I think, 19th, which I was pretty happy with, coming from pretty much last.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then the second moto, I believe you got a better start, and I didn't write down what you got. I think it was 16th?
Yeah. Got like a 17th, 18th start, and then moved up a little bit. Pretty much just stayed there the whole moto.
So, obviously, for your first race in top 20, you got to be feeling pretty good.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's the goal every moto, to be getting points.
So if you finish top 20, not really intending to race pro motocross, just kind of get in there and do it, what would be your goal for the year then?
Yeah, I mean, my goal is just to be in top 20 every moto and just get better as I go on, of course. But yeah.
I also wanted to ask you who your title sponsors were and who's kind of helping you through this. You'd obviously probably want to give them props for helping you out.
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank the guys over at Valley Ford. They're one of the largest Ford dealers, if not the largest Ford dealer in Ohio. They really stepped it up big this year for me and made it possible to get to all these races and get my bike how I wanted it to be.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. So you said you're intending on racing almost all the next few races, and your goal would be top 20. Are you intending on shooting for the SMX title, the Super Motocross stuff, or no? I don't know where you stand in points on that.
I mean, yeah, that was the goal originally, but I raced 250 Supercross, and I definitely wasn't about to race 250 outdoors. So
yeah.
You gotta be on the same bike. I mean, I had quite a bit of points stacked up from 250 Supercross, but just not worth it for what 250 outdoors too. So I mean, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't know what you need to qualify to race the Super Motocross. I think you have to be within a certain amount of points or something. But if you do end up, if somehow magically you ended up in there in the top, what is it, top 20? Something like that. Would you end up doing it if you were in there?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I would definitely make it work somehow to get there.
Yeah. All right, well, it's a short interview today. I got a short video, so I just wanted to have you on. Your program's awesome. I mean, I think you're going to show everyone how fast you truly are in the coming weeks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for having me on here.
All right. Hopefully you continue to improve each week, and I can have you on again in the future for a bigger interview. But thanks, Jeremy Hand, for coming on today. You're a wicked nice dude. Have a good one, man.
Thanks, you too.
Yep. All right, now let's get straight into the news. Our first story of the day is regarding Ken Roczen racing in this weekend's High Point National. Roczen had an incredible Supercross season, nearly finishing third in points had he not missed the final round due to a minor knee injury. He now has been full-time prepping for the World Supercross Championship that starts in July, and obviously hopes to defend his 450 class title. The past couple days, though, he has been hinting that he wants to race at the High Point National for Father's Day. Well, today he confirmed that in an Instagram post. As you can see here, he said, quote, "Race hog for HP, High Point. Father's Day weekend racing is a must." It's really awesome to see a motocross legend stepping in for a race. Although he hasn't trained much in moto, or at least I'm assuming he hasn't, considering he's racing Supercross all year, I'm sure with the watered-down 450 class pack we have right now, he can easily get a top 5 and make a push for a podium as long as he's got the fitness. Only time will tell, but I'm glad to see Ken Roczen back in his natural racing habitat of motocross. How do you guys think he'll do? Let me know in the comments down below. The last story of the day is regarding the privateer Kawasaki rider sponsored by Sports Clips, Ty Masterpool. Masterpool had shown his speed in previous years on the 250. Unfortunately, he sustained so many injuries, not many teams were willing to sign him. Earlier this year, he did have a contract with Bar X Suzuki, racing in the 250 West class, then suddenly bailed on the team, or they split up for unknown reasons. Then he kind of went MIA on social media for a while, so. Well, then, just before the pro motocross season started, Masterpool came out of the woods, if you want to call it that, and announced he had a program all set up to race pro motocross on his Sports Clips Kawasaki in the 250 class. At round 1, the Fox Raceway National, he kind of had a less than impressive day for him, with 18th overall on the day. He then made the decision next week to move up to the 450 class after he claimed he didn't like the way he felt on the 250, and this turned out to be a smart move, obviously. At his 450 debut of the season in Hangtown, he went 7-7 for 6th overall, which was extremely impressive for a privateer, a full privateer, on a 450 in his debut. Now on to Thunder Valley, he again shocked the whole sport with his incredible riding, battling with the likes of Plessinger, Ferrandis, Webb, and not only battling, but I believe he passed all 3 of them at one point. A thoroughly impressive ride for Masterpool. I also would like to add that he earned the Privateer Power Award in both Hangtown and Thunder Valley, and I believe he earned the Hard Charger Award in Thunder Valley, so that's extremely impressive. Masterpool was asked in a post-race interview with Kellen Brower of Racer X to describe his race day. Masterpool said, quote, "Yeah, a very good day. First of all glory to God. It's been a rough couple of years with injuries and stuff, but just been believing in my program, believing in the team around me, and it's believing in God's plan. So just been doing that, and all the glory to him. I was bummed at first, but these guys are so good. They hold that pace the whole moto. A lot of respect for these riders. They're unbelievable. I was bummed at first, but very good day. Nothing to be bummed about. Just hyped. Track was gnarly, loving it, and liking the 450 power." He then went on to say, quote, "The biggest thing is, it's the same plan whether I'm in first or last. It's just me versus me against the track, and just another day of training, you know what I mean? Just technical emphasis, no matter where I am." But yeah, it was a really good day. It kind of didn't sink in until about 10 to 15 minutes after, but it was good. I was just trying to stay focused out there and stay on the pegs and ride technical out there. Very good day. I love this kid's mentality. If you can focus on battling yourself and the track, the race will most likely come to you. You don't really have to focus on the other guys at that point. I really would like to say that this kid needs a factory ride, but if Kawasaki was smart, they'd say, hey, look at this kid on a near-stock Kawasaki 450 and what he can do. Then pay him a nice fat bonus and give him some parts for riding the stock bike and use this. I mean, it'd be a perfect ad campaign for Cowie, but I doubt they'll utilize it that way, and I really doubt anyone's going to help him out. He might get some offers, but it sucks how our sport is that way. Anyway, that's all I have for the day. It's a short news day, so if you enjoy my content, subscribe if you're on YouTube and follow if you're on Spotify. If you want to support me directly, go snag a magazine. They're only $5.99 and $4.99 depending on the edition. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you guys in the next one.